All right, bang. Today is Tuesday. It is January 21st. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Tuesday. We are joined in studio by Coach Jon Gruden. We are joined on Zoom by Will Compton, where today we will be drafting the best NFL helmets of all time. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here. Good to see all of you and Will Compton from abroad, wherever you are. Good to see you, man.
My guy as always. Happy to be here, boys.
Coach, we watched your first stream you did with Barstool. You commented on some uniforms. So you have some takes on what you think looks good and what not, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm more of a traditional guy.
Okay.
As you can see, I wear solid colors. I'm not one of these flashy Cincinnati Bengal spider helmets.
Okay.
I have a lot of, I got a big, strong taste when it comes to good uniforms.
Okay, and these could be anything, Coach. These could be, I like the, this.
Yep.
67, whatever. Old school. You can
Yes,
old school.
Exactly. And Comp, I feel like you're probably a traditional guy too. We got 5 traditional guys going into this one. That's a lot.
Yeah, but some of them vintage helmets now, I know they'll be flying off the board early.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, then. We can get into it. Let's do the order first. Coach, our guy Lance behind the 1s and 2s has number 1 through 5 behind his back. What number do you think it is?
3.
Wow. So you could pick your spot in the draft order, 1 through 5. What spot do you want?
And it's a snake, so if you pick 5th, you pick 1st in the second round.
I want to pick 3rd.
All right.
Right in the middle?
He likes the middle, living in the middle. Will, 1 through 4.
2.
Got it.
2. What do you want? That's a nervous guy.
I'm nervous about this now.
Give me 5.
Okay. Chief, 1 through 3.
3.
No.
Dave, 1 through 3.
2. No.
1.
1.
I'm gonna go second. 1 or 2, Chief.
2.
Correct.
I'll go 4th.
All right. So Dave, that puts you on the first.
God
spot.
damn it. Start talking about shit.
He's not ready. He's
No,
not prepared.
I'm ready. It's just I don't
I'll toss you.
I got a lot of
Give him an ad read, Ed. Give him an ad
I'll
read.
toss you a life raft right now. I'm going to talk about my friends at GameTime. All right, GameTime, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. The playoffs are here. There's no better place to get playoff tickets than GameTime. You guys know how much we love GameTime. Now with their brand new GameTime Picks feature, they're making it easier than ever to get to a game. GameTime Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. NFL playoffs, like I said, full swing, great matchups, and fans could go see them live and in person. Here in Chicago, we're not in the playoffs, but I did see Blackhawks tickets on Friday against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Ever been to a Lightning game?
I have.
I heard it's a lot of fun down there.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, you could see the Lightning in Chicago for as low as $23 on Friday.
Show up, watch the Blackhawks get absolutely pumped, but at a good price.
Yeah, so just pull up that GT Picks feature setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local GameTime Picks deals near you on your GameTime app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm going to go buy those Blackhawk tickets now with GameTime Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app. Create an account and use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off. Download the GameTime app today. What time is it? Game time. All right, on that note, White Sox Dave, you are on the clock with the first overall pick.
So I also like traditional for the most part, and that's what makes it so difficult is there's a lot of great traditional NFL helmets. And on that note, like I don't need a lot of flair and shit going on, but with that said, I'm going to go against what I just said, and I'm going to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that's the best NFL helmet, the current iteration of it.
Why do you what? I got lost there. There's not flair on that.
There's a lot of shit going on. It's not just like the C like the Bears helmet.
Sure, but they also only have a logo on one side.
I was going to say the same thing. I mean, if you look at it from the wrong side, you're looking at a black helmet.
You got the 3 stars.
What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, that's half a logo.
You got 3 stars.
There's a lot wrong with him, Coach. You'll figure it out by the end of this.
There's plenty wrong with me.
We should do a draft of that. The 25 things wrong with White Sox.
Yeah.
White Sox Dave, just blow the first overall pick, boys.
I like this helmet. I do like this helmet. I don't know what first overall.
I don't know that it's ever changed throughout the organization's history.
I don't think so.
I like that.
I do too.
About the helmet, that adds to it for me. But I just think it's a clean. I like gold and black as a combo. And I think it's just the cleanest.
It's just a football helmet, though.
Exactly.
You know,
It
like
just
you
reeks
flip
football.
on the TV and you
Yes.
know what kind of game you're going to get. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
It's defense. It's run the ball. I love the helmet. I love the helmet.
You like this one too, though. I don't. You
I
like
do
the
like I do
uniform.
like the helmet. I just think of a 5-game losing streak and one decal. I don't think it's worthy of the number 1 pick. That's all.
I'm just pure aesthetics. Nothing about the history of the organization. Just purely what I see when I look at it.
Art Sox Dave.
Art Sox.
Yeah.
Okay, Pittsburgh Steelers, which has kind of stayed the same throughout, so I'm just going to put Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm on the clock now. Not as maybe not as traditional, not as basic as that, but I really like the red Jim Kelly Buffalo Bills helmet. I think that's a sharp helmet. I think of him, obviously, the red one.
Right. It just says, yeah.
No, it has the bill on it.
It has
but
the
it's
bill,
just the
okay.
Bills in red.
It's like the reverse of what they have now.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they use the white one now.
Yeah.
Predominantly.
This
I
is
like the red one.
Do you remember, like, I think it was 10 years ago, they had that thing, is this dress blue or gold or whatever that thing was?
Yeah.
When I see that helmet, I know it conceptually in my brain, I know it's red. I see orange.
Really?
It's like a weird shade of red to me, which has always thrown me off. So I think their current one's better than that one,
The white one?
or the OJ era one.
I think that's white too. Or that's
White,
that's
but
white
they
too, yeah.
I don't like the funky stripe, the wide stripe in the back of the Josh Allen era one. But like
Okay.
the old school whites, I think are better than this.
Coach, thoughts on the red Bills helmet?
I remember the red gun. You remember the red gun with Andre Reed and Thurman Thomas and the red helmet and the blue streak going right through it. Is that the one you're
Yeah.
talking
Yes,
about?
exactly.
I didn't understand the blue streak, though. What was that, like speed, like it's going fast?
It's a good question.
Well, you ought to know that. You just picked them. I mean, what the hell was that blue streak through the
Do
red?
some homework.
Yeah, I never understood that. That's why I kind of am down on both your picks.
okay, so you don't your draft grade for both of these are not.
Well, he's going to get a C+. You're going to get a D.
Oh,
I mean, there's a blue stripe in the middle of the logo. You don't even know what it is.
But the bill is blue. The Buffalo is
agree.
blue. You don't like it either, Will?
Stripe.
Underwhelming top 2 picks, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Huh. I like that red helmet. I think it pops. I think it's a sharp helmet. All right, Coach, you're on the clock.
Well, I just ask all you guys to close your eyes and think of the color, silver and black. And who do you think?
the Raiders.
That's why it's a global helmet, man. The Raiders helmet symbolizes something. It stands for something. And I remember when we acquired Jerry Rice from the 49ers, I swear to God this happened. I see Jerry in the dressing room before he goes out on the field. He's turning around in the mirror looking at himself. And I could hear him going, whoa, yeah. He just loved the way he looked.
Yeah.
And it resonated with players. We'd bring in Andre Rison. He did the same thing. Eric Allen came over from the Eagles, same thing. There was a mystique about that uniform, that helmet, and players love it. I think fans love it. I think it's a bestseller just about every year for Christmas, the places I go anyway.
I agree. I also think it's cursed since the trade. That organization has sucked since you left. That helmet used to mean something kind of way. The Steelers mean something to me. Like that's like bad boy football, 70s and 80s. Like my dad, like that's my dad's favorite helmet. And now it's just like here's another team picking in the top 5 every year.
You know, Coach went back there, right?
Yeah, for a minute. I forget that for a second. Not long enough.
White Sox Dave thinks the Carolina Panthers helmet is the true silver.
Yeah, that's what
Really?
I said before. Yeah.
Is it really?
Really? Will, thoughts on this one?
No, Raiders. That's a classic. I had that one on my short list as well. I was hoping to steal it from Gruden.
My only con is I think there is one more iconic silver helmet. It's my only con on that. And it hasn't got picked yet. It's probably the most iconic helmet in
It is.
the NFL, but you're up. We'll see if you take it.
I don't love it that much, so I'm not taking it. I'm taking it. It was just on TV recently. I wish they would bring it back full time. The Kelly Green Eagles
Yeah.
with the silver
Yeah.
wings. That to me was like the biggest uniform downgrade of all time when they went to what they call like midnight green or something like that. Doesn't pop the same way. Doesn't look the same way on TV. Speaking of closing your eyes, you close your eyes. Me, Randall Cunningham, early 90s, Ricky Waters. Like that helmet when I was a kid, that was always my favorite helmet. I think it still is. Why don't they just make that full time? That's so much better
Would
than
it be
their.
as sweet if it were full time?
Yes, because I
I don't-
remember when they switched immediately, like Donovan McNabb era, and it was like, this is just not It's not as good. Like and I feel like in the late 90s,
I agree with
everyone was going like black, dark, all these like that was in vogue, and then they've held on to it too. A lot of teams have gone back to their more traditional ones across sports, and the Eagles have stuck with this as their primary uniform, and it stinks. So the Eagles Kelly Green, I love the Eagles Kelly Green.
I was down to this for my first pick in this.
Oh, you fucked up.
Yeah.
I like this pick. I coached there for 3 years in those uniforms.
What years were you there?
95, 96, and 97.
Okay, so right before McNabb
Yeah.
then.
Yep. As a matter of fact, I have a coaching jacket with that color. I'm going to bring it up here and give it to him. I kept my gear.
All right, that's a great gift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you kept your gear from all your stops?
Not all of it, but I did try to keep a couple things. Remember the starter gear?
Oh yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that stuff,
The
man.
starter
So I
gear's the
kept my
best.
old coaching jackets.
We would hang that up right over there behind Eddie's head if you
Yeah,
brought
that'd
that
be
in.
unbelievable.
Be in our Hall of Fame, right next to Turbo Man there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. I wasn't expecting that. That came out of nowhere. Great call.
You threw away all your Packers stuff, though, right?
No.
Oh, no?
I still have some.
Should.
Yeah.
Don't bring that in. Yeah.
You're obviously the epitome of a football guy. Who'd you grow up rooting for?
Cleveland Browns initially. When
Right.
I was from Ohio.
Right.
My dad was from Ohio, obviously, so he loved the Browns. I loved the Browns. But then I don't want to give it away because it's kind of my next helmet.
Don't
You know,
give it away.
I don't want to give you.
He knows what he's doing.
He's a veteran.
He's a vet. We
Will,
don't do that on the show. No giveaways.
Will, you are up.
I'm in a good spot. Eddie alluded to it a minute ago, but the Dallas Star. Since 1977, the Dallas Cowboys have been growing a national, arguable global brand. In the 90s, I grew up. My dad, for whatever reason, him and my grandpa were Dallas Cowboys fans. So I just remember in the 90s when it was Emmitt Smith, Jaden Novacek, Nate Newton, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, all the boys. Moose Allen. I love the Cowboys, so I'm gonna go with the Dallas Star for my first selection in the 5th pick, and my 6th pick. Doesn't seem like I'm stealing it. I was hoping I was, but I'm going to go with the 1976 through 1996, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the white and orange helmet.
The like creamsicle orange.
Bucko Bruce.
Yeah, that creamsicle. I love that helmet. I was up in the air on a couple. Part of me wanted somebody to take Dallas so I could grab these two. But those are my 2 picks, the Dallas Star and then the creamsicle, the orange Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, the Dallas, that's one obviously I was talking about.
Yeah.
With silver.
That one just doesn't do anything for me.
I mean, it's iconic. It's not
course
one of my
it's
favorite.
iconic,
I didn't want to take it in the first round, but it is undeniable.
Yes,
It's
that's
the most valuable franchise in sports.
the crux of it for me is that it just doesn't. I know how much people like it. I know that it's the most, everybody knows what it is and who it's for, but globally, but it's.
How do you feel about when you see that star?
I feel like I'm a part of a tradition. I feel like I can see Drew Pearson catching a pass, Billy Joe Dupree, Roger Staubach. I feel Tom Landry. You just have such a great tradition. The Dallas Cowboys, as much as I hate to admit it, that's a great brand. That's a great helmet.
It is.
You can't talk about football whatsoever without talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't like what they've done to
I meant Moose
their
Johnson.
new uniforms. The white ones, I can't take those white
You don't
ones.
like the white
I don't
ones?
like the navy blue either. I like the old silver pants, the old blue cowboy jersey. I don't like this new
I'm with you.
white helmet with the blue star. If you're talking about that helmet, Compton, I'm out.
I like that one.
I like the old silver helmet.
That's like the Thanksgiving Day uniform. Like their biggest where they own the stage, they wear a worse uniform, which never made sense to me.
Right.
So
Hey, look, I disagree a little bit with that take when they put on the white helmet and they got the navy blue star. Every once in a while, not making it like a regular uniform. I always liked it because they have such a traditional uniform.
Yeah, and then the
But I kind of like that
creamsicle.
white navy.
The creamsicle is one of those. Didn't people hate them, and then now, like since they left,
I think that they were just so synonymous with being
Bad.
terrible that they kind of it was like a candy ass uniform for a candy ass team, so they had to like rebrand. But they pop on TV.
Yeah.
And
They do.
Stephen Che, I hate to give Stephen Che credit for anything, but when Stephen Che showed up with like that creamsicle Tom Brady jersey, I'm like, that was pretty sharp. It's a pretty sharp jersey. Yeah.
did you ever wear them when you were with them? Those helmets?
No, we never did.
Yeah,
No, they had the Glazier family bought the team, changed the uniforms, and there's not a lot of excitement to go back to those creamsicle days. The teams weren't very good, so it's like Will Compton, pick a loser helmet for this exercise.
Hey, that's bullshit. I had a Derek Brooks creamsicle jersey. I was in seventh grade arguing before a basketball game at how the Buccaneers were going to beat the Raiders' ass. So I was on your side. That was a winner. I picked the winner that day.
All right.
And I just want to keep doing grades from Coach. So what do you give the Kelly Green Eagles a grade?
I give that a B+.
Okay.
Oh. Not even an A. You seem like you love that.
Well,
I do love it, but it's not my favorite.
The Dallas Classic Silver ones.
The Classic Silver, I give that an A.
An A?
I do, yeah. For getting at the 5th pick in the draft, that's an A.
And then the Buccaneers Creamsicle.
That's a D-. They're not even Man. They lost 26 in a row wearing that damn helmet.
26 in a row is a lot of games. All right, Chief, you're up. Before you make your pick, though, can you tell me what you love so much about that Bird Dogs quarter?
Oh, I'm wearing it for the first time ever. Look how sharp this looks. Feels great. I can't wait for a little springtime golf. Good material. Feel that material,
that a feel, Coach.
Yeah, real nice. So I got 2 of them. I wore one last night, wore one today. I feel like they look sharp. They feel great. I feel like $1 million in these.
Yeah, they're great. They got great pants, too. Obviously, wearing nice pants sometimes the worst. They got their stretch khakis. You actually look like you're dressing up, but they're stretchy and flexible when you need it to be. So they got the Bird Dogs stretch athleisure pants as well. It looks shiny, and it's you could be casual going to the office. So for a limited time only, our listeners are getting a free hat with any order. When you use code DOGWALK at birddogs.com, you get their best-selling hat completely free when you use code DOGWALK at birddogs.com. Could you grab a hat real quick from there?
Sure.
Just to show people it's a great hat. It's a great golf hat. These are like the best ones to breathe in. So you're gonna get one of these, as you can see. Great hat. You like that hat, Coach?
Simple, clean.
Yes, exactly. So use it. Like I said, use code DOGWALK at birddogs.com, and you get a free hat. What can you hate about that? All right, Chief, you're up again.
All right, I love traditional white helmets. This is another one where they had to change the brand to start winning. But I love the old school Pat the Patriot snapping the football. Whenever they throw those on every once in a while, I'm like, God damn, like that's a great like that.
which one? Which color?
What do you mean?
Isn't there 2?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking the white with the Patriots snapping the football.
There's a red one too, isn't there?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe
never.
It's
Mandela.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever had a red helmet, but yeah, they had the red jersey with those white helmets. So
they're sweet.
I think those look great. They're clean. They just always sucked when they had those, so they had to switch over to the silver.
Creamsicle.
Yeah, it is kind of this creamsicle, and then that's the helmet the Bears beat the shit out of in '85. But it's a great uniform. It's a great helmet. Old school AFL, like it's another one. My dad was always like he loved that helmet, so I'm taking the old Patriots helmet.
Coach don't look like he likes it.
Well, I cannot stand the Patriots. They make me sick.
I like that. Talk to me, baby.
Anyways, I do like that helmet though. That Sam Bam Cunningham, Mosi Tutupu, Steve Grogan. I mean, I remember Randy Vataha.
I don't remember that. I know the name Steve Grogan.
Russ Francis at tight end. It was a classic helmet. Very cool helmet. I wish they'd stay with that helmet personally.
They should bring him back. And they switched their uniforms a little bit where they have like the shoulder stripes now. They might, which the old red uniforms had. They should have just leaned all the way in.
When they come out with that red jersey, those white
sweet.
pants, and that helmet you're talking about.
Clean.
That's a red, white, and blue look I love.
Patriots.
America.
That's literally Patriots. You like that one, Will?
Yeah, I do. I had that one. I thought that was a good pick. Good value. Good value in the second round.
I was looking at that coming up too. All right, Coach, you're back on the clock.
Well, I'm gonna take a reach here. I'm gonna reach.
Ooh.
A lot of people have criticized my drafts.
Is this a Janikowski pick coming up?
Well, no. This is gonna be a reach. After looking at your shirt, I loved the Houston Oilers as a kid growing up. Love you, blue. I used to have the towel. I'd be sitting there watching my guy Earl Campbell in those breakaway, tear-away jerseys. The helmet with the oil well trimmed in red. I love the Houston Oilers' old uniforms. I still see the Tennessee Titans come back and wear them once in a while.
Yeah.
You got to admit, when they were wearing those uniforms, you're like, damn. That's a good look.
I wish the Texans just leaned in and stole that whole uniform
Me too.
scheme.
They should have.
Yeah.
They're not allowed
And
to, right?
They're not allowed to. The NFL sent the University of Houston Cougars when they wore them last year a cease and desist.
When I see
crazy.
North Carolina, UCLA, I love their uniforms.
Yeah, like a powder blue.
I love the powder blue.
Yeah.
I love the Chargers to a degree, but
Is that the most like universally loved color in sports?
I think it might be. There's just something
Powder
about
blue.
It. Yeah.
Out of the Carolina blue, powder blue, it's just everybody loves them.
Another thing I love about those helmets, they had like the Warren Moon, the 5 like kind of wider stripes.
Yeah.
I thought no one uses that style either. I love that helmet. I was between the Patriots and this one, so I love the pick.
you're really into this. Aren't you?
I like a good helmet. I like a good helmet.
He's shaking. I like this, man. I mean, I don't know. I like this show.
There we go. You like this one, Will?
Yeah. The Houston Oilers, he was talking about having a reach for it. I didn't know if he was going to go Browns, like that was going to be his reach. But when he said Oilers, I was like, oh, that's the correct pick. That's a top 2 round value right there. Could have won the first round.
Thank you. Coming from you, Will, that is really awesome.
All right, I'm up again. I got to come back from my D grade from that Bills one from Coach here. I'm going to go with the classic we talk about all the time. You think of John Elway. We got drafted.
Yeah.
The royal blue Denver D with the horse, the Bronco in the middle. I like that one a lot.
You're talking about the Shanahan era, right?
Yeah, the old school.
Or
There's a little I think he maybe merged with that.
He was there during it, but prior to.
I'm blanking on the guy's name. He had the coach with the glasses.
Dan Reeves.
Dan Reeves.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that pick a lot. Yep,
Yeah.
That's a classy uniform.
And they went away from it. I don't hate their uniforms now, per se.
I kind of do.
Do you?
Yeah.
But I think they kind of went the Patriots route where they just had like this long caricature of something. And
Losing Super Bowls.
Is this one you're talking about?
No. The D.
The D. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That's.
The D. And you think of Elway, right? Is that what everyone thinks of?
Yeah, which is weird because he won his Super Bowls in the other.
I know, yeah, like the current ones, but you still think of John Elway.
I think it's a good helmet. Good, not great. I know this was like in the 90s when they made the switch. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Because I thought it was kind of boring back then, but when they made the switch to that Bronco that's now on the side, and Terrell Davis and Shannon Sharp and those teams were kind of, they were a great team wearing those navies. I thought it looked sick. They kind of had that, that sharp stripe down the side. They were kind of the first team to do that. I thought it was badass because you had TD and Shannon Sharp and those boys repping them. So I kind of like the newer helmet more than the old school one.
Yeah,
but I was heavily influenced as a kid.
Yeah, I get it. White Sox Dave.
I'm going with the Rams helmet with the yellow horn and the royal blue around it.
Like the Eric Dickerson era?
Yes. They're bringing them back as well now. I guess like all the NFL teams are kind of going back to their 80s.
Yeah.
You want a little fun fact?
I would love a fun fact.
It's the first ever NFL helmet with the logo on it.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah, I think
How
it's like
about
the 50s
that?
or something.
I think it's just sweet. It's nice and simple. I don't like what they've done to it the last couple of years. They put like a gap in it and made it like
it doesn't
I
look
don't like
as
that
good.
either.
Yeah, why did they
Which
do that?
color? Are you talking about the blue with the yellow horns?
Yes.
Because I've seen white
Yes.
with blue horns. The Rams, they changed. They're like a chameleon.
They're
I'm
all-
tired of all these changing
but
NFL uniforms.
With like the Kurt Warner and
Greatest show on turf. Yeah.
Those were sweet uniforms too, though.
Yeah.
And they got rid of those. Like they need to stick with something because they've had good uniforms, I think, throughout. I love their uniforms.
I don't
and they're
understand the
blue and
gap that
gold.
they're using now.
Why are they doing
Yeah,
that?
I don't know.
And like the faded number look too. Like those uniforms. I think their uniforms now kind of stink.
They could be awesome.
Should be.
Should be awesome.
Should be awesome. Yes.
You're up again, Dave.
And then I'm gonna go with the Dirty Bird Falcons helmets.
Okay.
From like the Chris Chandler, that Super Bowl they went to.
So the red ones.
Yeah, the red
Oh.
ones with the black.
You want the red
I
helmet?
want the red one with the black. Yes.
That's not Chris Chandler. He had the black helmet. They lost the
That's what
Broncos.
Oh no, I'm back. Yes, red hawk or falcon rather, and then the black helmet.
This guy don't know what he's
This
picking.
guy doesn't. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a. I don't know about.
I don't even know if that helmet exists the way you're describing.
Yeah, I don't even
it.
know what you're talking
I'm talking about the the Falcons helmet from like the late '90s. into like Vic's era.
Why don't you stand up and do the dirty bird for us? So, yeah, there we go. Now I can see it. It is the black helmet.
Black helmet
red
with the
bird.
Yeah.
Who was that white kick returner they had? That was like the Olympian.
Tim Dwight
Tim Dwight, yeah.
from Iowa. Yeah.
He was an Iowa guy. I didn't even
Yeah, he was an Iowa guy. Yeah.
Didn't he run like a 10-2?
Something like he was fast.
Insanely fast. I'm talking about that era, that helmet, black and red.
I feel like
So you're saying like the red stripes that are in the black
Hold on.
Falcon? Black helmet,
this one.
black Falcon, red stripes in the Falcon.
yeah.
I mean, that's like
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
Michael Vick era?
No. That
Is
one?
that what you said?
He's talking like Jamal Anderson.
He might forfeit the pick. here.
I'm not.
The way you described it, that helmet doesn't exist.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
that black helmet, red Falcon does not exist. But if you got
It was
the
a white
stripes,
Falcon.
Like that was the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And that's honestly like that's not even their best helmet.
maybe that should. Okay, so it's got red in it. I guess it's black.
It's got a red.
It's got
redness
it's got
to it.
red
Yeah,
in
it's
it.
got red in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's outlined in white, but it's got red.
So the Black Falcons helmet is what
Black
you're saying.
Falcons helmet, late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
That was really a reach, wasn't it, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
bad
can see
pick.
Will
That's a
shaking his
bad
head. That's a
pick.
bad sign, man. And then
Coach,
there's
that's
no
a guy. That's a guy in the war room on draft day. You got to just get him out of here. Hey, he's done.
That's like a guy saying, you know what, we're going to take quarterback. I can't remember his name, but
Yeah.
we're going to take. He can't even remember the freaking helmet.
I never remember anybody's name.
No, I think he's left-handed. Oh wait, no, maybe he's right-handed.
How if you had how many years did you coach total as a head coach?
I think 15. Well, I didn't make it 15, but 15.
And Will was a 9.5-year vet, not 10.
No, 10 years. Didn't make it 10, but 10 years.
9.5. How out of an entire 53-man roster, how many players on the team would you not know their name on any given year?
None.
None.
No, I would know.
Will? Is that different for you, offense, defense?
There might be a couple, like if guys are on like P squad or something, but you kind of know what their nickname is.
Yeah. How about going into camp?
I mean, going into camp, there are a lot of guys.
Yeah.
You know, outside of like the starters, there's like guys, especially as like a rookie or a young guy that's not familiar with everybody. But yeah, there would be a lot.
All right. So he reached there, Coach. He just tried to pivot there on asking you about your career.
Maybe.
A little distraction.
Maybe.
I'm up. I need my third
worked.
round pick here. I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins helmet, specifically the one where the dolphin is wearing the helmet. So they don't have that anymore.
The Dan Marinos.
Yes, exactly. I like those. Nice little touch with the dolphin with the M on it.
I hate the change that they made here too.
Yeah, these helmets now are not good.
And I hate the
love
color
it.
teal.
I love that. I love the Dolphins. The aqua uniform.
Yeah.
With the Don Shula helmet, like you say, the old one.
Yes.
Classic helmet.
Good one.
Call right there. Safe pick.
All right, good. I'm happy. Like I think, the dolphin is no character on the new one. It's just bring back the older guy.
It's a candy ass uniform.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a candy ass uniform.
Yeah. You're in on this, right, Will?
Yeah, I like the pick. I mean, I'm not in love with it, but
All right. You'll
I
warm
like
up
the
to it. Yeah. Coach, you're up.
Well, I'm going to get a steal right here in the third round. I mean, this helmet, I coached at this place. Not that matters, but the tradition rivals the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, when you look at the Green Bay Packers, it's a uniform that has stood the test of time. Bart Starr all the way to Favre to Aaron Rodgers to yesterday. Those gold pants, that helmet, that nice big G on there, what it stands for says a lot. I love the Packers.
I think it's a bad pick.
Terrible.
I think that pick, if you bring him in, that's a savvy veteran that's played for a long time and made a lot of great plays in their career, but they're very long in the tooth. They don't got a lot of tread on the tire. It's like having London Fletcher. You're watching him the very last year, and it just doesn't look like the other 15 that he played.
You know, what are you going to say about all these Chicago guys? What are they going to say when you pull the Packer helmet out? You go, hey, look at this helmet, man. You see Eddie? Oh, God, I hate that helmet. Yeah, it's because it's kicked your ass for about 18 straight years.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare fuel helmet.
When I close my eyes and want to think of something bad in my life, it's that. So, yeah.
And we just beat him.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We beat him, Coach.
Yeah.
1-0 in 2025.
You got something to say, Dave?
I do. It's completely, it's
I thought it
contradictory.
froze for a second. I was like, oh, no.
I hate this color combination on a football team. I loved it for the Oakland A's. I don't know why or how that makes sense, but I fucking hate those. Maybe it's because I hate the Packers.
Yeah.
But like, it's so ugly to me on TV anywhere. I hate those helmets.
Well,
I hate them.
I think it's just because they kick our ass.
I don't.
Because
but
like North
really
Dakota
struck
State.
a nerve here.
I don't.
I think so.
I knew I would. Why do you
Coach,
think I did
think
what
that's
I
a
did?
good-
I hate those helmets.
I think now it goes into the box of a great pick because you got guys who just wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat just panicking because they see these colors jump out of them in their nightmares.
You see North Dakota State, they win the national title every year. They're wearing green and gold. You know,
Yep.
you turn on the Green Bay Packers. You don't have to know. You could be in any city you want. You go, hey, the Packers are playing. They've kept the same traditional look, and I think that summarizes why I picked them, man. They're proud of what they are, and they're proud of what they're going to be, unlike some of these guys on this set today.
Yeah, a lot like the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yes.
It's a better helmet than this, Will. Chief, you're up.
I'm going traditional here as well. On a uniform that's never really changed. Peak of the NFL right now. I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs at that Arrowhead. I love that helmet. Simple. You turn on the TV, you instantly know who's playing. It's a great color combo. It's a great little simple logo. NFL Films, Len Dawson, Marcus Allen in the 90s. Because I don't remember the 80s at all, I think of Marcus Allen. I think of the Kansas City Chiefs. Love the Chiefs uniform. And obviously Mahomes.
I like this one too. I do.
I'm a simple guy. I like Penn State. I like Notre Dame. I like Alabama. I like those kind of uniforms.
But this isn't
pasty.
like it has the arrowhead.
Yeah, but it's unchanging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
Just say
recruiting one year at Southeast Missouri State when I was a young coach. And instead of going recruiting to the Kansas junior colleges, I pulled over because I saw the Chiefs were playing. So I sat up in the end zone. Frank Gans was the head coach. Todd Blackledge, I think, was the quarterback. Chiefs were bad, but they had some great-looking uniforms. I'm sitting in the end zone. That was the days that the field goal would go through and the fans would fight over it. Yeah. Remember before they put the nets up?
Yeah.
I swear to God, here comes the kick. And I'm fighting for the ball. And I'm thinking, holy shit, I might be on Sports Center or something. My head coach might see me at the Chiefs game. I'm going to get fired. There's Gruden, my assistant coach, fighting for a ball.
Do you remember when Michael Pantazis caught it in the wind tunnel in Soldier Field?
Yeah, but to make a long story short, those are great helmets.
Yeah. So what'd you do? Run away? You just went to
No,
the concourse?
I didn't even think about it until I got back to the hotel and I was watching the highlights because, what's his name? Nick, Lowry made a long field goal to win the game, and I'm fighting for the ball. I want to see myself.
Cape Girardeau. That was a thoughtful ride back. Yeah, I do like these.
Yeah.
I think, and they're classic, but they do have some like
It's
some
staying
edge to
power.
them,
Yeah.
they do have some design to it.
It's like taking the Packers uniform, but better.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. Will.
I'm going to go back to back here, and I'm going to start building in the trenches. You got the Cowboys. I got talent. With the Cowboys. I have some flair, some skill positions, some soft players, some divas, but they got a lot of high ceiling with the creamsicle orange. These next two picks, I'm instilling fear. I'm building a line of scrimmage, and I'm building defense. And I'm going to go the Baltimore Ravens helmet, and I'm going to go the dark Eagles helmet. I love those helmets. When guys got their visors on, they look so sick. When they're wearing their blacked out unis, I love everything about both of these uniforms. I love the Ravens a little bit more, but I'm going with the Ravens, and then I'm going with the dark Eagles.
So the dark green one, you're like obviously like the McNabb ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the visor, when he said the visor,
Brian Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins is what I was going to say. Like, that's like,
Yeah.
get ready to have a concussion today. You play those two uniforms, yeah. I
want the helmets that scream Brian Dawkins, Ed Reed, and Ray Lewis.
Ed Reed's my all-time. He's like my number one player of all time, non-Bear. I don't like the Eagles helmet, but I like what Will sold it pretty well.
I'm torn on the Ravens because is it just black jerseys are cool? Or,
it's a black helmet.
I know, but
is it more
that, or is it like the design? Like is the design of the bird I don't know.
There's something about like certain teams have an identity and a brand that just fits like the way they play football, and the Ravens are one of them. They've been the same team my entire life, like different players, same team. And I think that matters.
I'm just not into birds, period. I mean, Seahawks, Cardinals, Eagles, Falcons. You guys can have the birds, man.
Yeah.
I got the Packers. I got the freaking Raiders. I got an oil well. I got a freaking bird.
You have an oil well.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got birds.
You got that oil money.
Yeah, it's a great looking feather. I love the feathers on that purple bird.
Oil well is manly. Isn't it like the most deadly job on earth or something? One of them?
I think so.
You know,
Oil rigger?
roughneck? Yeah.
Now, the dark green Eagles is interesting, though, because I do feel like all everyone talks about when they talk about the Eagles uniforms is how they want the Kelly Green back.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little conflicted on
That one might have been even worse than my pick so far. The dark green Eagles.
Yeah, shoot yourself, bro.
But like Brian Dawkins with the visor, like adding the visor to that helmet somehow makes that helmet up, takes it up a notch.
I think that's the case for a lot. Are you allowed to have reflective visors? Is that illegal now?
I don't think so. I don't know what the rules are. That's why I'm with Barstool. I don't have any rules.
I felt like I remember hearing that. Like Deanie and Tomlinson would have like the sweet Oakley visor, you know? And it would have all the shine on it. And then they made him get rid of like the reflective part. You could only have like the black visor. I thought I remember hearing that. I don't know why.
I don't know.
But I don't like the dark Eagles pick, but the Ravens pick, awesome.
All right, Chief, you're up. Before you're up, though, I want to talk about DraftKings, the NFL playoffs. We're talking about the NFL playoffs. You bet we are. Get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the NFL playoffs, and the key to you scoring big is betting on them at DraftKings, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Here's another reason to watch your favorite players crush it in the playoffs. New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big during the NFL playoffs with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DOGWALK. That's code DOGWALK for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Chief, you're up.
I'm taking the Randy Moss era Minnesota Vikings with the horns coming out. I always loved that helmet. I thought it was cool when I was a little kid. I didn't even realize what it was. I thought it was like a cloud going over the moon or the sun or something. Once I figured out that it was like the 2 Viking horns, took it up a level. I think that one is. I think it's sweet, and I feel like they tweaked their uniforms a little bit. They changed their color, purple. It's a little bit lighter purple now. I don't like it as much. I'm in on the old school, like Warren Moon, Brad Johnson, Randy Moss, Chris Carter ones.
It's just a darker purple.
Yeah, but that's purple people eaters purple. That's like the old school Vikings. I like.
You just say like 2-3 days ago he doesn't like purple in uniforms.
I don't like Northwestern, Dave.
Oh.
You
He
said
took that personal. He's a big Cats fan, Coach.
What?
you said
I said it. I like it for the Vikings.
We were talking about.
We were talking about the Colorado Rockies.
That's what we were talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
I don't like theirs as much. I think that hat was fine though, but I like this helmet. We're talking helmets.
I agree. I like the helmet, but I'm just calling out your insincerity.
Hypocrisy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Coach, on the dark purple Vikings?
I don't like purple jerseys with purple pants and purple helmets. That's a little too much for me. Okay. But I do like the old Chuck Foreman, Fran Tarkenton, Sammy White, purple jersey, purple helmet with the white horns, class. Bud Grant. I do like those uniforms a lot. I love the color purple personally. Sorry for all the fisting here, but I get excited.
I'm in
about
your wheelhouse,
this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I like this stuff, man. I like that uniform.
All right, great. Love it.
You like it, Will?
Yeah, I think it's a solid pick. I think now we're trying to find the guys who could just fill out and fit the roster and play some complimentary football. So I like that pick.
All right, Coach, you're up again.
You know, on a bright sunny day, there's no better uniform than the San Francisco 49ers home uniforms. I mean, they are beautiful, man. The gold pants, the bright red of the Kansas City Chief jersey with that gold helmet and the red insignia right in the middle. Great tradition. You talk about a lot of great players, but, man, on a beautiful sunny day, all the way back to John Brody and Gene Washington and Ted Kwolek, I mean, it's an awesome uniform. I was there for a couple years. It's just phenomenal. That's a steal right here, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. Wasn't on my board, but I feel like it should have been. It's a great one. They're another team that went a little nutty in the 90s with they tweaked things. They had the weird font. Now it's just like that classic. It's like a classic football uniform now.
Yeah.
I love the stripes on the pants.
Yeah.
You know, they're bold stripes. They're not those little narrow stripes. They're thick red and white stripes. They just look good to me.
So it's safe to say for like, you know, one of those 4 p.m. kickoffs, or I guess obviously it's earlier there, and they're warming up. You're looking across the field. You're like, man, those 49ers got good uniforms.
They got good uniforms, and they have a lot of good players too. It's nothing worse than getting your ass kicked by a team that looks good too. You know?
Yeah. Any thoughts, 49ers, William?
I love the pick. I'm honestly bummed I didn't have that one written. I kind of feel like Chief, like I didn't have that one written down. Then I should have, because that should have went over the Eagles. That should have went over the Eagles, because that is a good uniform. I do love the 49ers uniform. And like you said, that's how you envision it, just on a bright, sunny day where it's just like that red's popping, just a little bit different, and it complements the gold so well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you see a lot of blue and gold across boards. I feel like you don't see a lot of red and gold. Like they're the ones it's associated with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's back to me. I'm going to go with a modern one. I'm going to go with the one that, Will, you wore. I love the Navy Titans helmets.
Oh, God, I just had to groan. That's like is there a bucket to throw up in here?
You don't like the Navy ones?
Oh, I can't
I
stand
don't like
those
those
uniforms.
either.
I think
That is the
they're
worst
great.
uniform I have ever seen.
What?
The Tennessee Titans uniforms. I can't stand it.
Oh, no. I think
Navy
horrible.
blue, 17 different shades of blue and a bad helmet.
I think the Navy ones are sharp. I do. The Tannehill one, like I
think Navy's only sharp when we are wearing all Navy, because like our entire team hated kind of our mix of uniforms, unless we were going. You brought out the baby blues, but even you're wearing the Navy helmet, so that kind of sucks still. But when we were all Navy, that made us a little more excited to go out and play. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Tennessee Titans. Love the Oilers. Love that Oilers look when they bring it out, but just not.
I mean, a guy
I've never been a fan of those.
wore your actual pick. Hates
That's
what does
fine.
that have to
Yeah, you are
You have
really
to say for
getting
yourself.
killed,
That's fine.
Dad.
That's fine. I like it. I think it looks sharp.
You're getting killed.
I can't wait to see.
Oh my God, what an
Do you have any comments out there? Has any of the listeners commented on Eddie?
Hold on.
They're coming. And just so you know, we have to vote off who had the worst draft. Just so you know.
I'm still
If you're
safe.
zero
You know where
on
Gruden's
someone.
going.
I'm still safe because of White Sox, Dave.
That's not true.
Um,
you might have fucked yourself. In fact, I had my name written in already. I just deleted it. After that,
I think it's a nice helmet. I like it.
you thought wrong, Ed.
I think if fucking Tannehill, Derrick Henry just running the ball down people's throats, I like the Titans.
I think
I think of the same
Sue
thing,
me.
except I don't think, wow, they're running through these
you
teams. and
didn't
look
think
sweet
this
while
until
doing
they
it.
piled on. This is all.
I do
This
think
is all follow the leader, Dave.
I think the Tennessee Titans, for their entire history, have always, no matter which uniform they come up with, has been in the discussion for worst uniform in sports.
I went to Canton,
Agreed.
and I remember looking at the white helmet too, and I just loved it. It looked so sharp in person. So
Remember when they first came out?
They're on sale right now at Amazon. I mean, you could call the jerseys, the helmets, everything. You
Get
can
them at Salvation Army.
There's a million of them out there.
agree to disagree. I like them. I like them, and I'll stand by that. So I'm not gonna bend like Dave just did. Dave, you're up.
You don't let him talk to you that way, Dave?
He
worry
didn't. He
about
picked the
him.
helmet. He didn't even know what he was picking.
I'm gonna go
He
with-
literally took him 10 minutes to figure out which helmet he picked. Don't tell me that this guy had a better draft than me.
I am going with.
That's
I'm going
crazy.
to go 2 classics. I'm going to go with the blue Giants in giant block letters.
I like that, like the LT.
Yeah, I was thinking different LT. Yes, that LT.
Yeah.
Those ones. And then I am going with the Chicago Bears. I love the Bears helmets. Just a classic navy blue, dark blue, whatever blue they have helmet.
Gruden's
Coach,
staring you down.
Coach, you're the floor. Let's flush out the Giants first. Let's talk Giants.
Yeah, let's talk.
I do like the colors red, white, and blue.
I
Now, the royal
Americana.
blue uniforms with the white pants and that helmet you're talking about, awesome. I
Pops.
loved it. I loved that. You can take the Bears helmet. It's another classic helmet. The C stands for something. It's kind of like Green Bay, which you were just crying about a minute ago. Not my favorite, but I do like your 2 picks. You got them both late. You did a good job. A lot better than Eddie did.
He took a helmet he didn't even know.
I could have picked anything after Eddie picked and done well.
I don't know how the Tennessee Navy's getting this much hate, but
I mean, Eddie, you picked a helmet that's like a bottom half of the league currently, and it's their current helmet. You know what I mean? Like, you're not picking.
Their white helmets are pretty cool.
I don't even like those.
I don't really like them, but that would have been the way better pick.
I like them. I
and
like
the stupid
them. I don't know what you're
shoulder,
gonna say. I like them.
the shoulder pad.
I'm talking helmets.
I know, but the
Talking
whole thing
helmets.
sucks.
I'm talking helmets.
Yeah. All right. Let's stick me in the helmet box. The Bears. I feel like I can't really weigh in on this because obviously I'm too close to the sun. Right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's a clean.
yes.
Yeah.
But Will, you tell me if the Bears helmets are cool.
I mean, they're solid. It's like when Gruden's talking about the G meaning something and the C meaning something. Like, I get that. It's just the C hasn't meant something for a very long time. So it's not like it's a helmet you're just gravitating towards. Like, oh man, he got a great pick here for this value. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're a loser franchise.
Yeah.
Losers.
The
Yeah.
thick orange
Yeah.
stripe right down the pants looks good.
Yeah, I agree.
That
I think White Sox
Here I
Dave
am
is
looking
better
at,
off.
look at Walter Payton behind him in his picture. Look at Will right there. Right behind him, you can see that orange thick stripe. Now, nobody
Yeah.
looked better in a uniform than Sweetness. Nobody looked as good as him.
Nobody.
But the helmet, it's pretty bland, pretty basic, but it does have a lot of history to it. George Halas would be proud of you. Great job.
Would you say that Walter Payton was not an athlete?
Not a what?
An athlete?
Why would I say that?
Because someone in this room said that once.
Not an athlete.
Yeah.
That he's not an athlete.
And that person is since rescinded that.
Who said he's not an athlete?
This guy right to
So-
your left.
Context,
Did you ever see Walter Payton get up off the
not
ground?
real- in highlights?
Did you ever see him jump off the ground? He could be
So-
laying on his back and jump up and land on it. I've never seen a guy. He's like Nadia Comaneci getting off the ground.
We were on this exact show. This is the context. We were drafting like a backyard football team, like 7-on-7, call it. And I was born in '88. I don't remember him playing, obviously. I've obviously seen the highlights, heard my dad talk about him like he's a god. However, the way my dad described him was that he was not necessarily the biggest, fastest, strongest on the field, that he had the best willpower. And if you tried to tackle him, he was trying to end your life when he was tackling. So, like, I was thinking more like, in space guys, like scat backs, like
He thinks Darren
Or
Sproles is
Dunk.
better than Walter Payton.
for this exact conversation. That was the context of it. So I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think Walter Payton would be good for this exact. Like, I don't remember hearing that he was some like 4.340 guy or, like Megatron or something like that. That was the context. Am I correct or am I incorrect?
I saw him play live a few times. I saw him sprint out to the right on a halfback pass. He could throw the ball. He threw the ball better than Bob Avellini did. I mean, this guy was a phenomenal athlete. You got to go back to the source and correct the source. Walter Payton
have
Not an athlete.
I have said I was way wrong. I was way wrong.
All right. It is back to me. I got 4 more in my upper echelon on my big board here. I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions.
Which one?
They're all so similar, so I don't really have a crazy preference, but obviously the Barry Sanders ones are what really packs a punch, I think. So I like the Barry Sanders silver Detroit Lions helmets.
They're okay.
Yeah, I think that's the best version of them. They've gotten a little gimmicky with their.
I don't like them
logos
now,
and
yeah.
helmets.
They really have the black. I like the old silver pants.
Yeah.
Light blue jersey, silver helmet. That was a classic look, man. Barry Sanders years, yes.
Because not like the line has like a tooth sometimes or something. Like sometimes they change the decal a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's all the simple lion logo kind of looks like it's running is to me the best one. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good pick. I think that's a good 5th round pick. The Lions uniforms now, they've gotten worse and worse with every.
They're not
iteration.
good now, I don't think.
Well, Detroit Lions.
Decent. Like, that's one of those helmets where it's like the team makes the logo, because I was never a fan of the light, like a lion being light blue growing up. Obviously, they're playing at a high level now, so to me, I feel like the Lions unis are a little bit cooler because they're playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your, by the way, here's your terrible 4th round pick right here.
Bad.
It looks good.
It
that
looks
sharp.
worse looking at it in person instead of
Nope.
a
Right?
picture.
That looks good. All right, give it to me, Will. if you don't like it that much, motherfucker.
Hold that helmet up.
It is on
Hold
Taylor's
that up.
helmet.
Now let's just explain the design. Is that a T in the middle?
Yeah.
With 3 stars and flames. Now what the hell does that have to do with?
A Titan, yeah. What? There's nothing behind this logo.
We don't
It's
know
like
what
they-
that is.
Let Will explain it. Will, explain your state flag.
State flag's fine. Everything else.
I don't even know how to explain this. You
that
got
the
the
state
T that
flag?
kind of looks like swords for Titans. But yeah, the flames. Yeah, trust me. Well, I'm on the same page with you guys talking negatively about the Titans helmet. There's no identity on that helmet, Eddie.
I like the Navy.
I honestly,
I like the matte Navy. I like the matte Navy.
F.
I like the matte Navy.
they
Matte
incorporated. I didn't know that was the flag of Tennessee. I had no idea. So
Yeah, see?
the fact that they incorporated that makes it a little better, I guess.
Yeah, you're talking about the stars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
circle
yeah.
with the stars. Yeah. It stinks.
Yeah, it still stinks. That helmet
Yeah, I don't
completely
think they're
fucking
good.
Worst
blows.
pick of the draft.
Good pick. Worse than a guy who didn't know what he picked, sure.
Yeah, but when he got there, it's still better than yours.
Yeah, because we fucking held his hand to get him there. Coach, your last pick of the draft here.
Well,
I'm saving my best for last. I can't even believe this team is here. When I was a kid, my favorite game I ever saw was your Miami Dolphins against my San Diego Chargers. Don Coryell, he had Kellen Winslow and J.J. Jefferson. Do you remember Charlie Joyner, Chuck Muncie, those bolts? You know, I love those light powder blue.
Yeah.
They're a great uniform, man. I don't like what they did. They lost the game the other day because they wore freaking yellow pants. I don't want those yellow pants. I like the old Charger uniforms. Don't mess with greatness. You don't mess with the Packers, the Raiders, or my Charger uniforms. Those are great unis, man. John Hadel, Lance Allworth.
I feel like the yellow pants have been a thing for a long
Packers
time.
got the yellow pants.
Yeah,
Packers
but those
got the
weren't
yellow
yellow.
pants.
Those were like freaking fluorescent.
Yeah, they're like a piss yellow.
They weren't the normal yellow.
The white, I looked at this before my last pick, so I like this pick. The white Chargers one. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a nice pick, Coach.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it's good.
With the light blue jersey.
I
yeah,
kind of like the yellow pants with them. I don't know. I kind of
A
like
little too much going on when you have the yellow.
that's why they got beat, right?
They got beat because they wore the Seattle Seahawk fluorescent yellow.
that. Absolutely is true. We were talking about this in Notre Dame. There was a rumor that they were going to wear blacks. For
Oh, I was
the playoff
irate.
game,
Really?
like just black uniforms instead of their. I'm like, if they wear those, they
will
deserve to
lose. Yeah, they will lose if they go away from blue and gold.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is something to what you said. I do buy that too.
You in on these, Will?
Yeah, it's a good pick. And honestly, it bothers me saying it. I feel like he's winning the draft right now.
Yeah, I know it's killing him. Look at him. He can't wait to get the hell out of here. He's going to be Gruden. That's Gruden.
All right, Chief, you're up. Let's pause one more time before, though, because it's auto show time. It's right around the corner. That means a few things for drivers in Chicagoland. It's cold out, and it's important to make sure your car is running right. And it also could mean it's time to shop for a new ride. ChevyDriveChicago.com has you covered for both. Whether you need a local dealer to check your engine and tires in this cold weather, you are ready to shop, or if you are ready to shop for a new SUV or EV, from the Chevy lineup, your local Chevy dealer has everything you need. We're gonna
be there.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there. We'll drive the Blazer right over there.
Yeah, the auto show is great.
Yeah.
You get to actually hop in the cars, see the room situation, and it's a good time. It's always a good time. Go check that out. The whole lineup: the Silverado, the Cruze, the Traverse. Chevy's got it all. So go to ChevyDriveChicago.com to find your local dealer today, and go to the auto show. It's always a great Chicago event. And we'll be there first week of February, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So go check that out, ChevyDriveChicago.com. All right, Chief, you're up.
All right, Will. Tell me about the burgundy. I'm taking the old Washington Redskins uniform.
Oh, that's the one I wanted.
Yeah, a little problematic, but I love the stripes. The stripes are different. That's a great color. Mark Rippon when I was a little kid. Sean Taylor, and then obviously they've made all these changes. They got another big-time uniform. I don't know why they couldn't just change the name and keep the uniform style, because the uniform was awesome. So I'm taking the Washington Redskins.
Love it. I like that pick a lot. The Hogs.
Yeah, I love the pick.
The
I think
Smurfs.
you could get eviscerated from the pick, but I think it would have done better on my board. But I love the pick.
Yeah, sorry to swipe that one from you. It's great, though.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna get to take him here at the last one.
I thought you liked the one with like when they ripped off Florida State.
I like that one too. The Spurrier era little spear. I thought that was
color
cool.
combo.
Yeah, it
like
is.
USC colors, kind of.
Yeah, I always thought that was a weird
combo.
move by a Spurrier team to take a Florida State looking team, but I love like the classic like early. Like, I guess they wore it forever, but I think of it as like that early '90s Darryl Green kind of era.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
God, their helmets now.
Atrocious.
They might be worse than the actual Titans.
No, that's an abomination. You're going to tell me this W is worse than that? That's an abomination.
It's bad, but I like the black version of that they wear against the Bears.
The matte black.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah, I like the blacks too.
Yeah,
that's an abomination.
It's very bad now. It's bad.
So the traditional Redskins. You're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Are we going to put a picture? What was the old owner's name?
Dan Snyder.
Snyder. Are we just going to put a picture of him on the graphic?
Let's not do that.
Will, Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the draft. Who do you got?
Oh man, everybody's pretty much taken. I'm gonna go with for the last pick. I'm going to take the best Falcons helmet, and it is the red Falcons helmet. I like the vintage red Falcons helmet with the black Falcon.
Good pick.
That's why anytime it was like Madden, what was that? The early 2001 with Michael Vick on the cover. What was that? 03?
Mm-hmm.
Madden 03, Vic. Anytime I played with the Falcons, I would always go and get that alternate uniform.
You would play the Falcons with Vic. I feel like that was kind of like a sucker move. Like, I'm just going to run for 200 yards.
I had a buddy who was obviously everybody wanted Michael Vick then, but playing manned up and spying two DNs, you would have to spy every play if you wanted to beat Vic in that game.
It was a 99 speed as a quarterback. It's like it
was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Good pick. Glad you knew what you wanted too. That's important when it comes to the Falcons helmet.
Ed's throwing the ball. Don't let him.
I'm not throwing the ball.
Chase it, Will.
You knew what you wanted. That's
chase
good.
it, Will.
That's good.
You know what they're doing? They're throwing the ball over your head. Like when you have a dog in the middle, they're just passing it back and forth.
Just saying. He knew what he wanted. All right, now we will do the best of the undrafteds, the honorable mentions. Coach, do you have any that we didn't get to that you like?
I love the horseshoe. I love the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
I see Johnny Unitas, World Championship organization, years of Peyton Manning, Marvin and Reggie. I like that blue horseshoe. I think it represents a lot.
Okay.
I like that Bengals one that you were shitting on before we started recording.
Which one? I love the white one with the new white tiger look.
Yeah, I like the Boomer Esiason kind of looking one too, or the Carson Palmer. I like that helmet because it is so unique. They're the only.
I like it too as a after draft thought. Okay. I don't like it.
Right.
Hell, we're on about our 80th.
Yeah.
You've been here for 4 hours picking helmets. Now you're telling me how much you love it. Hey, I love it. It's because they're the only one left.
I like it. Yeah. And I like the old Seahawks, like Rick Meyer, early '90s Seahawks too.
Yep. You got any more White Sox, Dave?
Not really. That nothing's been said. I don't think. I think the Browns should be talked about just based on, it's just nothing, which makes it kind of awesome.
Yeah. I don't mind the Browns.
How about the Saints?
I like the Saints.
More than the Titans?
No, clearly not.
I think you may have just made a mistake.
No, I
admit
like
you made it. Just admit you made a mistake.
Made a mistake.
No, I didn't.
You can't tell me, Eddie, the Saints helmets are better than the Titans one right now.
I stand by. Like, I am not backing down at all. You could tell me 4 people hate it. That's fine.
Are the Houston Texans a bad helmet?
I think so. I don't like the uniform.
I don't like the uniforms at all.
What was
the red one's okay, I think.
Of the teams you coach, what was your absolute favorite?
That'd be the Raiders.
The Raiders, okay.
Yeah, I think so. I like the Buccaneers too with the flag.
That's
a good look. The pewter is a strange color.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking helmet, man.
I like it too. I had that on my board. Probably would have got shredded because
now they got the big flag. I don't know if you noticed this, but the flag grew.
It got bigger.
Bigger than when you were there?
Well, over the time I was there, I did notice that we got to check the trajectory of their flag.
Okay.
I'd like to do that.
Someone look into that.
Size it up. We could do that. Will, you got any left?
I like the 65 to 73, the white Bills. Growing up in Missouri too, when it was the greatest show on turf, I like the navy blue Rams with the gold. I always like the uniform.
That's what I was going to say too. That one, all the Rams they've always had awesome uniforms.
Yeah, I
always
really
awesome
like that one. And then to build on Coach Gruden's point, he got the Raiders in the first round. When I put on the Raiders uniform for the first time when we had a game, they got the Jordans, they got the Jordan cleats with it. But when you're wearing the black and silver, it is truly a different feeling. Like I got to wear the Redskins, I got to wear the Titans one that you're talking about, Eddie. But when you put on the silver and black, I swear to God, it is the coolest feeling. You feel like you have the most swagger of anybody in the league.
I feel like it's probably worth a tenth of a second on your 40 too. Like if you're a 4.5 guy, you're a 4.4 guy.
You immediately get faster, you immediately get younger, you immediately get more athletic, and you immediately get more feared.
They should be better.
Because you're wearing
They should be better. Like that uniform should be worth 3 points a game somehow, and they still are one of the worst teams in the league.
This is all I wear, Will. Look.
There we go. I got 3 left, then we can vote someone off and get out of here. The Black Jets, I think, are nice. I like the White Vikings. And then the Black Panthers are nice. The matte Black Panthers. I don't know if you guys know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
I like that one. It's modern, so you won't like it, of course.
No wonder you picked the Titans.
No, no, of course. Everyone, it's people get tradition and old like mixed with like what looks nice. So I get it. You just got a peanut brain, Will, and you can't comprehend it. So it's fine. I get it.
Eddie, like you're just
lash it out.
Yeah, he's lashing out.
No.
He's lashing out.
with groupthink. He hears Dave. He hears people talk about peanut brain, CTE. Like that's the only joke anybody has these days.
I didn't say
like,
CTE. I
here's
said
a
peanut
football
brain.
player. He's got a dumb brain. He's got a dumb little peanut brain.
Well, today you do. Not always.
What do you guys think of the Jaguars? The teal.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah,
I think they have the worst uniforms in sports, maybe like all 4 major sports.
But Jaguars
I
are
hate
cool. Jaguars.
The animal?
Yeah, it is. It could be a sweet uniform.
Yeah, it could be cool.
You ever seen the gold? What is that? Gold on gold? You look.
Oh, that was the word. How about the ones that like
Is that the
they
color rush
change
or what?
colors?
That's why they play their home games in foreign countries.
Yeah.
That's why London wants them.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to read these off, then we're going to vote who did the worst coach, and then we're going to get out of here. White Sox Dave, Pittsburgh Steelers, Rams, yellow and royal, an ambiguous black Falcons helmet that nobody knows what he was talking about sometime in the late 90s, but who knows? He didn't know. So I don't know.
I even
That's
said
for
the
sure.
quarterback award.
Blue Giants written out, Chicago Bears, Eddie, red Bills helmet, royal blue Broncos D, Dolphins helmet with the dolphin in a helmet, Titans Navy, Detroit Lions 90s. Coach Gruden, Raiders silver, Houston Oilers, Green Bay Packers, San Francisco 49ers, white San Diego Chargers. Chief, Kelly Green Eagles, Pat the Patriot, Kansas City Chiefs, dark purple Vikings 90s, Washington Redskins. Will, Dallas silver, Buccaneers creamsicle, Baltimore Ravens, dark green Eagles, red Falcons helmet.
I'll tell you what, Chief, you had a sneaky draft. I like your draft. I think the worst one is White Sox Dave. I
Agreed.
He didn't pick. Who was the second one, Eddie?
His second one was the Rams yellow and royal.
So to me, obviously I got the Falcons red, but to me, he doesn't pick the best Rams one. He doesn't pick the best Falcons one. And then the Giants and the Bears are just kind of whatever.
Let's go back and review Eddie's picks, though, because Eddie wasn't
Yeah.
exactly
Say yours again,
singing.
Eddie.
So I got who'd you vote for?
Well, let's review. Let's let the cast review your list.
I'm the commissioner.
Oh, this is red. This is why we call him
Your picks one more. You kind of. Here's how you went.
Here, I'll tell you. It was Jim Kelly, Bills.
No. Cut his mic. Listen, you're going to vote for me. You're going to vote for me. So coach is going to break the tie, and that's how it's going to be.
I haven't decided, but this dictator performance here at the end.
You're not helping yourself, Eddie.
Yeah, you're not helping.
I'm the
So here's
commissioner.
mine. Red Bills helmet, the royal blue Broncos D, Dolphins helmet with the dolphin in the helmet, Titans Navy, Detroit Lions 90s.
The last 2 are so
The
bad.
first one has
you
a
are
blue
bad,
slash.
man.
His number one pick has a blue slash.
Yeah,
in the
he
middle.
had the entire history of the league to choose from, and it
Actually
goes
not.
with Jim Kelly.
Steelers were taken off the board. Incorrect.
That Titan pick. and
You know
that
what, Ed?
Dolphin.
Fair.
I'm
You're
gonna
right.
Vote Eddie off.
I'm voting for Ed too.
Ed, I mean the
No.
Titans and
All right, Will,
Lions.
you're smart. I'm sorry for everything I said. You're-
Are you going to take this,
No,
Will?
no,
this
Will's-
this
How would you only
patronizing.
vote, Eddie?
yeah, no, I know.
How
Will's-
patronizing is
Will's
this?
head, his brain is the size of a watermelon. You're the man. Coach, tough day for you.
Can you show your fans that buffalo helmet with the blue stripes so we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we could do that.
And explain to people it is your number one pick.
I always kind of liked those helmets until you brought up that stripe. I never really noticed
That's a nice helmet. I think that's nice.
Which one? Hey, what is it?
The Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, early 90s, losing all the Super Bowls.
Honestly, like I would love to jump on board and find some jokes on Eddie too, but my dad told me that my very first favorite football team, I was too young to remember, but was Jim Kelly and the Buffalo Bills. I would run around Walmart and tell my mom and dad that I wanted this face mask, the one that Thurman Thomas wore, where it went down the middle. And so my first action figure was Thurman Thomas. So I do enjoy. It's a nice throwback, nostalgia for myself.
100%. Will, great job today. Haven't seen you sharp like this sharp in a long time, man. He was good today, Coach. Will, how about him?
Let's go back. You're out of here.
Okay, let's go. All right. Hey, see you later. All right, White Sox Dave's off the pole. Coach, thank you for joining us. Will, thanks for joining us. Always great to see you. Great guy. Have a great weekend. That's it, everybody. We'll see you next time.